that choke point there. There's just no way that Hype could break out. So AV is going to take game 1. Score is 1-0 in this best of 5 set. So the first player to 3 games is going to take the quarterfinal match. But we'll see how each player decides to adapt their strategy or try a different strategy depending on what they've seen in that last match. We're going to reset that poll there, so go ahead and vote for who you think will win Game 2 by typing !color in the chat.
Yeah, so Game 2 of Hype versus AVUltima. AVUltima taking Game 1. We have Hype to the east side of the map in purple, AVUltima to the west in green. Are there any switches up on the builds here? I think AV's gone for a slightly different build. He's gone for the ferrets instead of the snakes.
Yeah, but otherwise,
and also he went for lizards last time, didn't he?
Yeah, he's gone for squirrel mole instead of those lizards. Hype going for the same build, so we'll see if he decides to go for a similar kind of strategy. We'll see how AVUltima decides to proceed with these ferrets. Go ahead and turn on dual commander visibility here, so you can see what each commander is seeing.
Looking at the map, Hype has that really great backdoor base that is going to be really easily defensible. AVUltima also has a quite nearby base on that really high ground, but unfortunately the entrance to it is kind of in an awkward spot, although easily defendable by an NG turret, so I think it's fairly even in terms of the map.
Yeah, I think AV is going to have to take that base as soon as he can, because that ledge can be used against him. Hype has those ferrets. If he brings those ferrets onto the high ground, just to the east of AVUltima's base, he could just start hammering away. But here we go. Hype again has gone for just 7 farms for building those units. Again, going for a tier 1 warren and a tier 2 warren to get those skunks out. AVUltima is building squirrels this time, so the squirrels are going to go down even quicker than the lizards did to those skunks. He's going to have to be careful about how he plays with his large squirrel army. Those moles will help out with their 30 health.
I think Hype really needs to be careful here, although he does have the skunks already. It seems like this game and the last one, he's prepared for this sort of strategy where the opponent goes for that squirrel mole push really early that can be really devastating if you're not prepared for it. He does have those skunks, those will be useful against the squirrels, but the moles might do him a bit of trouble with that tanking ability, and he comes in right now.
And we'll see that turret isn't quite up, it's going to go down, but those skunks have done a great job of putting down a layer of fog, and a lot of squirrels are going down to that skunk fog, so Hype is going to be able to push this first attack away from AVUltima, and you can see the power of that skunk gas right now.
Definitely. I mean, that really, he showed he really was prepared for that kind of thing happening. He knew exactly what he had to do, and with minimal losses, he lost like what, squirrel warren and a turret. That was it. And AVUltima lost several moles, tons of squirrels. It was a big loss for AV.
It's gonna
AV
come
does
in
come in again. Or he does take out that skunk warren. That might be quite a big deal. If he can take out these skunks, then they have no warren anymore. That's a lot of value lost.
So Hype's going to have to play very careful with the skunks, because that's basically what's keeping him alive right now. He's going to put down some more turrets. He is going crazy on economy right now. He's almost fully maxed out this expansion that he has. Eevee's going to go ahead and...
That is a really early expansion. He's going to be relying a lot on his skunks here. Unless they can carry him through, he's going to be in big trouble in another fight where AV has a little bit better army value.
Wow, look at that though. 15 farms to... Well, now AV's getting a little bit more, but Hype is way ahead right now. If AVUltima doesn't attack and take down some of these farms right now, Hype's just going to run away with this game.
It does look like that's what he's going to try and do right now. He's got a couple of moles and he's got a load of squirrels. But those skunks are ready, right behind those pigs there. One of them gets taken out, but there's already so much gas down, AV's forced to retreat. It is a big deal that he lost one of those skunks though. That's going to make him a lot weaker in the next fight.
It's true. One of those farms has gone down. He has not rebuilt it yet. I guess he's got so much economy he doesn't really have to. But throwing down a turret on that high ground is definitely going to help defend against some of these attacks.
definitely, and he's replacing that skunk warren now. So he will go up to 3 skunks. He's placing a lot of falcon warrens also, which might not be the best idea against how many squirrels AV has, but AV does have falcons now, which is going to pose a problem for his current army composition.
And those ferrets are going to fire over and around. They have lots of damage there, and it looks like AVUltima is just kind of caught in this river here. His units aren't quite able to get out of that skunk gas, and the combination of that plus this turret on the hill is going to make it very difficult for AV to push through.
He does take out quite a few warrens there. That was quite a valuable push. He takes out 2 tier 2 warrens, I believe, especially the skunk one. That's quite valuable as well.
The military
Hype already
structures
produced
here.
the skunk. Hype already placed a skunk there, so he's back up to 2 skunks. So that's good for him at least.
So AV deciding to fill out the last of his base. Hype is just throwing down that last farm as well. So Hype's been ahead in economy for a while here. And I think AV has just been...
It's not really showing that much right now, though.
AV's been pushing forward and kind of removing some warrens to kind of whittle down that economic advantage.
Looking at right now, AV actually is equal to Hype in terms of economy. Hype does have that little edge in army value, but let's see what happens in this fight. Ooh, Hype is forcing AV to retreat here.
And Hype is going to go ahead and buy even more expansions here. He had the economic advantage, and he's pushing forward here. He's going to start taking down farms. And this is a lot of trouble for AV.
Dip. Oh. It looks like it's just going to take this windmill straight away.
And it's going down, and AV is on no farms, on 1 farm only, and decides to concede. So Hype is going to take game 2 in a surprise. He's going to climb back into this match.
That was a really good showing by Hype there. He is clearly prepared for that exact kind of play with the squirrel and the mole. He played really well against it, went really greedy, and it paid off in the end. A lot. Completely demolished AV in that last set of fights, whereas army value was just a little bit higher, but he just completely crushed him.
Definitely, and especially that one river fight where AVUltima's army just kind of got caught in the river. That river slows the units down, and there's a machine gun up on the ledge out of vision range, combined with all of that skunk gas. It's just made it impossible for AV to keep pushing through. So Will, so you just waiting